guys, welcome to Physics Hub. Today I am going to discuss a very important problem from classical mechanics. So one of my students sent me this problem and I found this very interesting. So let me just read the problem for you, then we'll discuss the detailed solution. This question is from TFR 2017 and the question reads like this. A uniform solid sphere S1 of radius r and mass m is rolling without slipping on the top of another sphere S2 of radius r, as shown in the figure. Initially S1 was rest directly on the top of S2, means at this position, and then it started rolling down under the influence of gravity. The point of contact P subtends an angle, instantaneous angle theta from the topmost point N of the lower sphere at the center of the lower sphere. At what minimum value of theta will the sphere lose contact? Okay, so that's a very good problem. So what we can do to solve this particular problem, we can utilize the law of conservation of energy to get this. So let's consider this is the reference line with respect to which we will be doing calculations. So at this point, when the particle is at, when this sphere S2 is at this point N, then what is the total energy of this sphere? So what we're gonna do, we are applying the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. What will you get? At this point, the total energy is potential in nature, because the sphere S2 is at rest at this point. So the energy is mgh. H is r. Look, when the sphere will be at this position, you see, we have to consider this point as the position. So r plus the radius is small r. Okay, that is I will be writing r plus small r. Now you see, the sphere is rolling, so it will have two types of energies, translational energy, and another energy will come from the rolling motion, means that will be rotational kinetic energy. So the translational kinetic energy will be half mv square. V is the instantaneous velocity of the sphere S2, plus the rotational kinetic energy, half I omega square. And you see, at this position the height becomes this. So this will be the height. So let's say this point is O. Okay, this point is A, this point is B. So AB is the height. Now what is AB? AB is nothing but r plus r cos theta. So mgh, h is here, r plus r times cos theta. Okay, because if this angle is theta, this angle will also become theta. Fine. And mass of this is m. This is given to you in the question. Now what we're gonna do with this? What this I is the moment of inertia at the point of contact P of the sphere S2. So at P, the point of contact, applying applying parallel axis theorem. Okay, so from parallel axis theorem, if you know the moment of inertia about the center of mass, we can find out the moment of inertia about a parallel axis which is situated some distance away from the center of mass. So it is like this. This is the center of mass, and this is the axis passing through the center of mass, and we know the moment of inertia about that point, so we can easily find out because we know this distance, which is r. So I here is, look, what is the moment of inertia of a solid sphere? It is 2 by 5 m r square plus m into the distance square, m into r square. So it becomes 7 by 5 m r square. We can easily put this value in this equation. So let's name it is equation number 1. So putting the above value, in equation number 1, what you gonna get? We're gonna get mg r plus r is equals to half m v square plus half I is 7 by 5 m r square omega square. Omega we can put v is equals to omega r, we know. So omega equals to v by r means v square by r square plus this thing mg r plus r cos theta. We can write it because v is equals to omega r means omega is equals to v by r. This is not theta, this is v. So once you do this, we can just cut down m from both the sides. Then what will you get? We'll get, so I am writing this one. You see, m will cut down v square by 2. It will give you v square by 2 plus 7 by 10. Okay, 7 by 10. Look, v square. Okay, v square will come. R square is getting cancelled. Plus, we are cancelling m also. G times r plus r cos theta is equals to g times r plus r. Yes. Fine. Now what you can do? So this is v square by 2, so means 5 by 10. V square means 12 by 10 means 6 by 5. So 6 by 5 v square is equals to g into small r plus capital R into 1 minus cos theta. So let's name this equation as equation number 2. So we have got this equation. Now you see, this sphere S2 is showing a rolling motion and it also exhibiting a circular motion. It's a circular motion. So if this exhibits a circular motion, what we can write? So I am writing it here. So what you can write? During the rolling, S2 is moving in a circular trajectory. So if this is so, for the circular trajectory, what will be the case? If this is the mass m, so mg is acting downward, and if this angle is theta, mg cos theta will be acting on this side. But you see, when it is acting, when it is moving in a circular way, some Fc centrifugal force will be acting on the other side. Along with that, some normal reaction N will be acting upward. Okay, so what you can write? Fc, the centrifugal force, will be balanced by mg cos theta minus n. Okay, let's do this equation number 3. Now the moment this S2 is leaving this surface of S1, okay, S1 and S2 में गड़बड़ी हो गया, कौन सा वाला S2 है? Okay, ये S1, ये S2 है. Okay, this is S2 and this is S1. Okay, so just replace S2 by S1. Okay, that's it. I think not a big issue. Now when S1 leaves the surface of S2, at the moment when it leaves, this normal component, normal reaction will not be there. It means n will become 0. If n becomes 0, what we can write? If n becomes 0, we can write Fc. Fc is what? M v square by r. R is r plus r, capital R plus small r, is equals to mg cos theta. So from here we can write v square is equals to r plus r into g cos theta. Let's name this equation number 4. Now you see, we have got the value of v square in equation 4 and equation 2 as well. So what you can do, we can replace this value in this equation. Okay, so just replace the value of v square in equation 2. So putting this value in equation number 2, then what will you get? Okay, so put this value here in equation number 2. So we'll get 6 by 5. V square is this, r plus r g cos theta. This is equals to g times r plus r into 1 minus cos theta. Fine. So I have put it in this equation. Now this will give us some interesting result, and you can see r plus r into g, this thing gets cancelled from the both the side, and we get 6 by 5 and this plus 1 into cos theta. This is equals to 1. So it becomes 11 by 5 cos theta is equals to 1. Yes, cos theta is equals to 5 by 11. Therefore theta is equals to cos inverse 5 by 11. And you see, in this way we can easily find out the value of theta for which this sphere S1 will leave the surface of S2, and it is matching with option A. So I hope you have understood the problem clearly. I have tried to explain each and every step. Irrespective of this, if you have any question or query regarding this solution, you can ask me in the comment section, and if you want any particular video, you can let me know in the comment section. I will try to make that video. And guys, if you are preparing for CSIR NET Physical Science exam, you can join me on Unacademy Plus. You can take the Unacademy Plus subscription using our referral code PhysicsHub, and Unacademy will give you 10% off. So this is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Finally, thanks for watching.